What's going on, guys? You're back on my channel.
I'm going to be ranking all 11 Star Wars movies. I'm going to be ranking all episodes 1 to 8, Rogue One, Solo, and even the Clone Wars movie. This is my personal opinion, like all of my future movie rankings. I will be ranking them on a scale of 1 to 10. Let's get started. Number 11, The Phantom Menace. Now, The Phantom Menace is my least favorite Star Wars film. Even though it has an epic lightsaber duel, I still give it a 5 out of 10. Because it's overall boring. And, its only use of a film is to introduce Anakin and kill out Qui-Gon. So, and it's all about politics and rescuing some planet, Naboo, even though it's a cool planet. Jar Jar, he doesn't annoy me as much as some people, but overall it's just a boring film. So that's why I give it a 5 out of 10, and that's my rating for The Phantom Menace. Number 10, The Clone Wars movie. A lot of people really hate the Clone Wars movie. To me, it wasn't that bad. I give it a 5.7 out of 10. It wasn't really the best. I like the introduction to Ahsoka Tano and Clone Trooper Captain Rex, who is my favorite Clone Trooper. So yeah, the Clone Wars movie wasn't that bad. However, the Clone Wars movie had a weird paced plot because it's actually 4 Star Wars Clone Wars episodes put all into one movie. And so it was weirdly paced, but wasn't that bad. It went from the first time of the movie, for the first hour or 30 minutes or whatever, it was like a battle, and then it just went to rescuing Jabba's son. That was a weird transition. So I give it a 5.7 out of 10. Wasn't too bad. It's definitely better than The Phantom Menace, and that's my rating on the Clone Wars movie. Number 9, The Force Awakens. Now, The Force Awakens was kind of meh, because, first of all, Kylo Ren was a wimp, because he easily got defeated by Rey, who had never even ignited a lightsaber by the time of the duel. And it was overall okay. There were some scenes that were pretty cool. The duel was entertaining, although Kylo was defeated very easily. And the base of the story basically is almost the same as A New Hope, which is a much better film. But overall, this film is just meh, because first of all, Kylo Ren is a wimp in this film, and second of all, it revolves too much around the New Hope storyline. There's a Death Star there's Starkiller Base, is what I meant, which is basically the Death Star. And yeah, that's the thing with The Force Awakens. Also, there was a major character death. Han Solo, just like A New Hope's major character death of Obi-Wan Kenobi. And there's basically a Resistance and Empire, just like the original trilogy. So overall, this film is a lot like A New Hope. And that is my opinion about The Force Awakens, although it wasn't too bad, but it was just okay. Number 8, Attack of the Clones. Now, Attack of the Clones is where this list starts to get real good for me. I give it a 6.8 out of 10, and The Force Awakens got 5.8 out of 10. So you saw like a big jump. So Attack of the Clones, a lot of people say it's their least favorite movie, but to me it's actually pretty good. The Battle of Geonosis was cool. The lightsaber duel was fun, and we get to see Yoda wielding a lightsaber for the very first time. So, Attack of the Clones, I know everybody's bothered about, like, you know, the part where Anakin says, "I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere." A lot of people, it bothers a lot of people, but to me, whenever I see that part, it's so cringy, it's funny. I'll just say that. Sure, the Anakin and Padme romance thing was a little bit weird and kind of fast to introduce. Like the romance went like really quick. Like they just met for the first time in 10 years during the beginning of the film, and then at the end of the film they marry. And there's like, and the film takes place for only like a few days in the movie. So yeah, the Padme and Anakin romance was rushed a little bit. However, the part with Obi-Wan being like a detective about Padme's attempted assassination was fun. Jango Fett was awesome. Jango Fett's my favorite bounty hunter. It makes Boba Fett look like a protocol droid or a pit droid, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, Attack of the Clones was pretty good. And that is my rating for Attack of the Clones. Number 7, Rogue One. Overall, Rogue One was a pretty good film. It was fun, had cool battles. Scarif was a beautiful planet. I also like Jedha too, which was destroyed by the Death Star in the film. So yeah, overall, a cool planets, and the characters were okay because they're overall characters that we don't see in the films, and I don't think they should have died at the end. I think they should have survived. Just because they don't appear in the original trilogy doesn't mean they have to die. So yeah, that was a problem with Rogue One. But that scene with Darth Vader, ooh, that was good. That was a good scene there. Darth Vader comes and slaughters all those rebels. He slaughters all those rebel scum in that ship, so he can get the Death Star plans. And that's how. So it basically explains the story of what happened in A New Hope. It basically is a prequel of A New Hope to explain why are there these Death Star plans. So overall, it does a good explanation for that, and also the main reason why this film isn't as good as most people say it is for me is because the characters all die at the end, and like we don't really get to know them that much, and overall we don't really know much about them in the end. That is my rating for Rogue One. 7.1 out of 10. Number 6, Solo: A Star Wars Story. Solo was a good film. A lot of stuff was good about it, except that Han Solo in the film didn't really look like the Han Solo in the original trilogy, and Lando was kind of in love with like that pilot droid L3. But overall, this film was fun with like a chase with Star Destroyer and TIE Fighters and the Millennium Falcon, and it shows how Han Solo got the Millennium Falcon. But the best part of the movie was the Darth Maul hologram. We finally get to see Darth Maul. back on the big screen. Back in a movie again. For the first time since The Phantom Menace. That was definitely the best scene. Even though it wasn't that long and it was only through hologram, it's good to see Darth Maul in the film again. And that is my rating for the Han Solo movie. Number 5, The Last Jedi. Now, The Last Jedi was an improvement over The Force Awakens. Kylo Ren was less of a wimp, and it was good to see Luke again, even though he wasn't really the same as he was back in Return of the Jedi. Rey was good. I really liked her training with the lightsaber. And also, the scene with Rey and Kylo killing all the Praetorian guards, that was so awesome. That was the best scene in the movie. There were some stuff that weren't good about this film. Like, Luke wasn't really the same, but I'm glad to see him though. I don't think Luke should have died at the end. I think he could have became a big part of Episode 9 if he didn't die. So yeah, the thing with Finn and Rose, that bothers a lot of people. To me, that I didn't really like that scene, but it didn't really bother me too much. So yeah, I'm like right in the middle for like that scene. It's like not bad, not good either. So overall, this film was pretty good. It had a lot of space battles too, and it makes me wonder what's going to happen in Episode 9. And that is my rating for The Last Jedi. Number 4, A New Hope. Now, almost everything about A New Hope was absolutely great. From Obi-Wan introducing Luke to the Force, to Darth Vader force choking that guy who doesn't believe in the Force, to the Battle of Yavin. That was all so good. However, there was some cons about A New Hope. Some of it went by a little bit slow, but other than that, it was just overall really good. And I would recommend if you start watching Star Wars, you know how there are like different orders you watch it in? I would recommend you start with A New Hope. That A New Hope was just really great. And that is my rating for A New Hope. Number 3, Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith was a fun and exciting movie. From the Battle of Coruscant, to almost all the lightsaber duels, to the ending of the movie. Almost everything with this film was absolutely amazing. However, there was one thing that just wasn't very good. Anakin's turn to the dark side was a little bit too quick, in my opinion. But other than that, all of this film is just great. And there are a lot of lightsaber duels that I really like, except for the one with Obi-Wan and General Grievous. In my opinion, that's my least favorite lightsaber duel in the Star Wars movies. So, Revenge of the Sith was an awesome movie. The lightsaber duels, my favorite lightsaber duel in the movie was probably Anakin versus Obi-Wan. That was a great duel. Everything about this film, except for, Anakin turning to the dark side too quick, was great. And that is my rating for Revenge of the Sith. Number 2, Empire Strikes Back. Almost everything about Empire Strikes Back was absolutely amazing. The battle on Hoth, the showdown on Cloud City, the ending, everything was so awesome. And I just watched this film and I can't believe like how beautiful it is in this film. And it's rated as one of the best sequels ever to come out in history. So there are a couple of things that I didn't really like about this film. Number one, Han Solo being frozen in carbonite. To me, that scene, I didn't really like that scene very much. Han Solo getting into carbonite, and it was basically testing it so Luke could be frozen carbonite, which luckily Luke wasn't frozen carbonite. And Boba Fett, who is the most overrated character in cinema history. He doesn't do really anything in this film, neither in the entire movie series. He's just some character who just stands around. He barely did anything. But other than that, everything about this movie was absolutely amazing and beautiful. And that is my rating for Empire Strikes Back. Number 1, Return of the Jedi. Everything about this film is absolutely amazing. Everything. Even the Ewoks. And I know a lot of people don't like the Ewoks. The battle on the Sarlacc pit was almost worth it for Han Solo for being frozen in carbonite. All of those scenes with the Emperor, Luke Skywalker, and Darth Vader, especially the lightsaber duel part, was probably the best scenes in all of Star Wars to me. And there are a lot of scenes that I just love. Endor was a beautiful planet, and it shows the fall of the Empire. Luke Skywalker is a lot stronger in this film, and everything was just so great. The battles, the space battles, the second Death Star, even though it was kind of copying the Death Star from A New Hope, everything about this film was amazing. And I'm glad we get to know that Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father, confirmed by Yoda. Darth Vader turning back to the light side was just so awesome. That was just an amazing scene. It was a beautiful scene of Darth Vader's turn back to the light. The ending, or at least the original version ending, not the special edition ending, was probably the best movie ending, Star Wars movie ending that I've ever seen. This film was awesome. It's my favorite movie, and that is why Return of the Jedi is my favorite movie in Star Wars.
Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, this whole list was all my opinion. Like and subscribe to my channel. Hope you enjoyed. Bye, guys.